Breaking. Dana White reveals shocking news. Justin Gaethje announces next UFC fight. Dustin Poirier. What's up everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Let's get started with UFC reportedly considering AG vs Fuzzy fight, after just engaging with submitted by Charles Olivera. At UFC 274 many questions what the future would hold for the former interim lightweight champion. With a professional record of 23-4, he essentially has only lost to the best of the best. But despite it all, he has now come up 0-2 and fights for undisputed world championships back in October. He revealed that he was targeting a return to the octagon in 2023. At the same time, the former World Series of Fighting lightweight champion believes he's just 2 or 3 wins shy of another crack at the title with the number 3 spot. On the UFC his official rankings gauge he sits just behind us in Poirier and former lightweight champion Charles Olivera. Since then, fans have been anxiously awaiting news on when the 2021 Fight of the Year winner will return to action. According to ESPN Brett Okamoto, the UFC is considering booking a fight between Gaethje and number 6 ranked lightweight Rafael Fiziev. Habib Nurmagomedov retires from coaching. After Habib Nurmagomedov retired from competing in MMA, the former lightweight champion remained an active part of the sport between being the owner and operator of Eagle FC and training his relatives and teammates. In America Madoff was seen pretty frequently working as a cornerman at events since retirement. He has continued his father's plan coaching alongside Javier Mendez, at American Kickboxing Academy and back home in Dagestan. Ahead of Islam aka Chip's upcoming lightweight title defense against Alexander Volkanovski, news has surfaced that the UFC Hall of Famer is officially stepping away from his coaching duties. At first it seemed as though the news was fake. However, the Eagle himself then later confirmed the news on an Instagram story and then the caption of a post leaving the fight community stunned with the February showdown between Makhachev and Volkanovski rapidly approaching. Everyone is wondering whether Nurmagomedov will corner his longtime friend once more. During a recent interview with Yahoo Sports, Javier Mendez spoke about Nurmagomedov's decision, revealing that even he isn't sure if the Eagle will corner market share in Perth or not. He spoke about the Hall of Famer's decision, saying he just doesn't want to miss being a father. He talked to me about 3 weeks ago and told me of his plan, and said he planned to talk to the team and inform them of his decision. He's doing this for the right reasons. He's a family man, and he simply wants to spend more time with his family. With just over a month ago until Makhachev and Volkanovski square off, it'll be interesting to see how things unfold. In addition, with Nurmagomedov having a pretty spectacular record as a head coach, the decision to step away could have a pretty big impact on this team. What do you make of the decision, and will it have any impact hooked on Islam Makhachev upcoming title defense? Give us your thoughts in the comments section below. Before we continue, make sure you give that like button some love and be sure to subscribe to the MMA Zone for all the latest news. Daniel Cormier reveals he and Jake Paul squashed their beef. UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier and Jake Paul have quite the rocky relationship. Back at UFC 261 Paul and Cormier he came face to face where things got pretty heated. For me, I saw Paul in the crowd trolling him and asked producers for a short 2-minute breaks before the pay-per-view went live on air. During the break, he confronted Paul, cautioning the controversial YouTuber against playing games and trolling him. Once security realized what was happening, they made sure to get between the two men, which only drew more attention to the situation. Now, a year and a half later, Jake Paul has officially signed a deal to compete with the Professional Fighters League (PFL). The contract will not only see Paul head up the promotion's new superfight division, but will also see him compete in MMA. In a recent video released on his YouTube channel, Cormier weighed in on the situation, revealing that he and Paul squashed their beef over DMS a couple of weeks ago. Jake Paul and I were messaging each other about an appearance on my show, DC and RC. And we were going back and forth talking and just kind of talking about his future. And honestly, Jake and I've had some run ins. But when I started talking to him, and I'm messaging him, he's a kid that's very respectful. As Cormier went on to point out, he believes that Paul will in fact compete in MMA. Who do you want to see him square off with in his debut? Valentina Shevchenko details recent frustrations with attempts at returning to the octagon after Valentina Shevchenko picked up a split decision win over Taila Santos at UFC 275 last summer. Many question what was next for the streaking champion. On one hand, many wanted to see her fight Santos again in a rematch. On the other hand, many were eager to see her take on a new contender with plenty of options in front of her. Many expected Shevchenko, who usually keeps a pretty active schedule, to book her next fight sooner rather than later, given that she fought just once in 2022. With the new year officially underway, fans had been itching for news regarding the Bullet's return. Today's video was packed with some juicy stories from the fight world. What are your thoughts about what's going on in MMA? Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel to see more videos just like this. See you next time.